Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. A woman afflicted with cancer family is asking for the community's assistance tonight. This coming after her family claims that the insurance company that she's been a part of for 38 years is unable to cover her medical expenses up front. Here's the report. For 38 years, Eloise Persenti worked at the Immigration Department, recently as a chief clerk. Those who know her regard her as a woman who loves God and family.
She's been a part of the Church of God for the past, I'd say, some 40 years. She's one of the leaders in the women's ministry at the Hannah Hill Church of God.
According to her niece Tamara Roll, in April, she began losing a lot of weight, and after going to local doctors to get a diagnosis, she made contact with her insurance company, and that is where the problem began.
Since then, we went to the insurance company to check on payment with some of the tests that were done here in Nassau, and they told her that she would have to pay for the procedures and the tests, and then it'd be refunded.
Persenti has been insured with the Bahamas Public Services Union, or the BPSU, for 38 years, and her niece contends that she's been paying a premium of over $300 a month.
Her insurance was up to date, it was being deducted every month, and they said that she actually went to the States. She went over to Florida to seek further medical treatment because in Nassau they found a mass on her liver.
And if her insurance woes were not bad enough, she would then be diagnosed with liver cancer. Her niece Tamara contends that although she should be covered, the family was told that her sick aunt will have to pay the medical bill, which is around $60,000, and then wait for reimbursement from the BPSU insurance fund.
She's used it in the past and it wasn't done that way from what we know, and she had a procedure some years ago in the States and it wasn't done that way. But now they're saying that the funds have to be paid up front and then they would refund you.
But it is now a race against time for this woman's life. The medical bills are mounting, and the family do not have the money needed to pay for the medical care, which includes chemo. She's getting sicker as she waits.
The situation is dire now, like it's really bad.
How bad is it?
Really bad. Like she's probably about 100 pounds now, and she's having complication with eating and a lot of pain, abdominal pains, and she's doing a lot of resting, and it's rough. She needs the chemo treatments to start. It hasn't started as yet. It's basically treatment for pain because the insurance isn't there and the funds are not in place to start the treatment.
She says they do not understand how the insurance that should have been an assurance to their family during this vulnerable time is asking them to come up with this amount of money.
It was kind of shocking because we anticipated maybe having to pay a deductible, coming together, but we never expected it to be like nothing, because when you have insurance, you rather pay insurance than save some money, because that's what insurance is for, to keep you covered.
And the pain for the family is becoming unbearable.
Sometimes I wish I could take some of the pain from her. I just go on the beach and sit down and talk to God and just ask him for time for us to get the funds together to make things better for her, because she's been there for all of us. And the situation has, in fact, brought healing in a lot of areas in our family and brought us closer, because she's like she's the glue that keeps the family together. She is the mother of all of us.
If you are in a position to assist Eloise Persenti, you can do so on Commonwealth Bank. The account information is Shatalia Grant, 7033247817, Oaksville branch, or you can search Eloise Persenti on GoFundMe. Now, our news team also reached out to the BPSU president on the insurance issue, and here's what he had to say.
Okay, Shashina, it's extremely disappointing to find out when persons are afflicted or impacted with terminal illnesses. However, the Bahamas Public Services Union has policies and procedures that govern the medical plan. It is first incumbent upon persons, and I want to say this to all of our membership, to present themselves locally before any reference is made to persons presenting themselves internationally, because there are policies that govern whether a person goes international or nationally in relation to treatment. And so the Bahamas Public Services Union wants to extend any hardship the persons may experience in their failure to present themselves locally and apprise the organization of what their situation is. In their failure to do so, there is not going to be very much that we can do if we are not in a relationship with the medical institution that persons present themselves to.
Now, once again, if you are in a position to assist Eloise Presenti, you can do so on Commonwealth Bank. The account information is Chatalia Grant. That number is 7033-247-817. That's the Oaksfield branch. You can also search Eloise Presenti on GoFundMe, or you can call 807-0027. Stay with us. Our Facebook friend of the night up next.